Coming up on Recession Rx, the mortgage crisis moves into the courtroom. Good news, there are job openings for electricians. Plus, we'll get the latest hiring update from City Center. All the details coming up next.
Recession Rx, your prescription for getting through these tough times.
Class action lawsuits have been filed against mortgage lenders in California and Arizona. Now a Nevada attorney is filing one against IndyMac and the companies that have since bought up IndyMac loans. The lawsuit claims the company violated the Truth in Lending Act because they lured first-time homebuyers with loans they knew homeowners couldn't pay back. The lawsuit accuses mortgage brokers of engaging in fraud when they made loans to many first-time homebuyers.
That many of these lending institutions, many of whom are now out of business, were so anxious to make that quick profit on the points on the loan that they were paid that they were willing to turn a blind eye to the risk that they were really luring a first-time home purchaser into making.
And now Callister says many homeowners can't get a straight answer, often with disastrous results. Luis Benito asked IndyMac for a loan modification last fall. He even got a letter from the bank saying, quote, "We've received your request for mortgage payment assistance. At this time, no additional documentation is needed."
Please allow 30 days for you or your designated agent to be contacted.
But even as Luis was reading the letter, the bank was already selling his home.
Respectfully loss mitigation. This is dated October 20. My house sold November 3rd back to IndyMac. So this letter doesn't coincide with the sale because they didn't give me 30 days.
Then after telling Benito's lawyers they would not evict him, the sheriff showed up at his door.
We stayed off twice the eviction. And then for the sheriff to show up at my house where my wife is there with the 2 dogs and the bird and just tell her to get out in 20 minutes, that was a total shock to me.
Callister says Benito's story is a familiar one, blaming it on unparalleled confusion in the banking industry.
Who owns my loan today? What is the interest rate today? Has the arm gone off? And will you sit down and have a meaningful discussion about modifying the terms so I can keep my home and you can keep your collateral?
Norman Tate asked the bank to lower his payments. Now he's not only battling the bank, he's battling kidney failure, going to dialysis twice a week, hoping for a kidney transplant.
I'm just trying to get a load of payment so I could go ahead and pay these people. That's all. That's all it is to me.
Are you worried if it doesn't get modified, you're going to lose your home?
Yes, definitely. That's a big upfront on my mind. Yeah, that bothers me. It keeps me awake at night, along with the kidney failure. I hardly sleep at all. When I want to do sleep, I sleep sitting up just like I am now.
The class action suit says the bank actually solicited many first-time home buyers, going door to door to sell loans.
Do I blame banks entirely because you were kind of headed in that direction? No, but I blame banks disproportionately over naive, unsophisticated first-time home purchasers who were being hustled into debt, which if somebody had sat back and said, let's really think about this, and the law required this as late as 2003 and then even more so in 2007, do you, given your job, given your circumstances, do you know you're going to be making enough to pay this debt when the arm goes off? Do you really know that? Because if not, I'm obligated to tell you, you shouldn't do it.
But that didn't happen, says Callister, because mortgage brokers were making up to $15,000 on every loan they sold. As for Norman Tate, he says the bank knows he's ill, but still won't modify his loan.
Like I said, they already know that, but certainly I'd like to reiterate that. A very serious illness. I mean, it's a matter of life and death for me. And I've been told your chances of survival are going to be probably, slimmer. This transplant may never come. You can't allow yourself to to go back and feel like there's no hope. That's what would kill you quicker than anything else. Yes, I have hope.
And Callister says a judge should rule within the next 30 days whether the lawsuit can move forward. In the meantime, a new state law goes into effect on July 1st, which requires lenders to sit down with homeowners before a foreclosure. Next week, the author of that bill, State Assembly Leader Barbara Buckley, will be here to talk about it. While Nevada's unemployment rate is at double digits, there is one field where workers are in demand. The development of new solar technology means there's a need for more qualified electricians. Jay Jones reports on some union workers who are retooling for the future.
At the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Training Center just off East Bonanza, the teachers are proud to say that they were green before green became the rage.
And this is DC voltage, so you always want to be aware of what voltage you're using.
5.4
We got 5.4 amps, and what time of the day is it? It's late afternoon.
The instructors are teaching students how to install photovoltaic, that's solar to most of us, electrical systems.
We've been teaching this course since 2004. We put over 400 individuals through the photovoltaic training. And there have been that many jobs made available out there for our trained students. Las Vegas happens to be in one of the best spots in the nation for the average daily sun hours that are available. Las Vegas has 6.5 on average sun hours, productive hours during the day.
So you want to eliminate or place your array anywhere that you're not going to have shading issues, which could be from a structure nearby, it could be from vegetation, plants, or trees.
Our climate makes solar power logical. And now, with new programs being pushed by the Obama administration, it's becoming practical, too. For trained workers, the future looks very, well, bright.
Right now we're averaging 3 houses a week are having residential solar power installed in it. There are large industrial and commercial jobs that are waiting to start. The money to be shaken out of the tree so that it can start. And it's going to take a lot of trained individuals to do that. The train hasn't left the station yet. We are actually getting our people trained to be on that train so that when it takes off, we'll be on it. We won't be chasing after it, trying to keep up with the industry. And that's why we started in 2004 to train people in photovoltaics. And there's going to be a large amount of work that's going to require professional trained individuals.
The instructors teach photovoltaics to apprentices as well as to journeyman electricians, brushing up on their solar skills.
It amazes me how much sun there is here. Growing up as a child, there's always sun every day, you know, and you play outside and it is just so hot. We fry the eggs on the cement and you wonder, okay, if it's that strong, what else can it do? And that's what they're doing. They're using it for electricity. This class is a golden opportunity to learn about it and also be able to pretty much jump on the bandwagon, and it's going to boom and it's going to be history making.
It takes 5 years to become a journeyman electrician, but the classroom study is free, paid for by IBEW members, and the students get paid for their on-the-job training. Jay Jones, Recession Rx.